Imagine the Nets fresh off a brutal 26-56 dumpster fire last year, suddenly flipping the script. With a sharp-shooting sniper like Michael Porter Jr., landing in Brooklyn, Cam Thomas dropping 20 for a night like it's nothing, and a pack of hungry pups, ready to devour the East. Everyone's sleeping on them as the league's punchline. But here's the T, with sneaky depth, a defensive rock at center, and a coach scheming up storms. These guys could crash the playing party and steal your soul. Today, we're unpacking 6 underrated reasons why the Brooklyn Nets are way more dangerous than the haters. Think, buckle up, because if this youth movement ignites, the Barclays turns into a fortress real quick. Michael Porter Jr. brings elite scoring firepower. Michael Porter Jr. slides into Brooklyn like a ghost from Denver's glory days, and man, does he fit the rebuild vibe with his effortless buckets. Last season with the Nuggets, he poured an 18 points per game on a silky 50% from the field, grabbing 7.0 rebounds while spacing the floor like a walking cheat code. Now, picture him catching lobs from Cam Thomas or kicking out to Zaire Williams as a motion offense. Dream that last year as stagnant Nets attack desperately needed. The team scraped by at just 105.1 points per game in 2024-25, dead last basically. But MPJ's true shooting percentage hovered around 62%, a stat that basically tells you how efficiently a guy scores all shots combined, threes included. That's huge because it means fewer misses, more flow, and defenses pulling their hair out. Honestly, in Jordi Fernandez's system, which loves ball movement, MPJ could bump that to 20 points easy. Team dynamics get a jolt too. Gone are the ESO-heavy nights of yesteryear, replaced by cutters and screeners that make Claxton unguardable inside. Compared to Dorian Finney-Smith's clunky 10 points last year, MPJ's an upgrade in volume without the drama. Here's the thing, his player efficiency rating, or PER, sat at 18.5, which sums up a player as total impact per minute. Think of it as a hoops report card, where 15 is solid, 25 is superstar. Predictions: if he stays healthy after those nagging injuries, MPJ averages 22 and 8, turning the Nets into a top 15 offense. The caveat of back issues flair, he logs bench minutes, but early camp buzz has him locked in as a starter. Cam Thomas breaks out as the young gunner. Cam Thomas isn't just surviving the spotlight anymore, he's owning it. Ray signed on a 1-year deal to lead this youth charge. In 2024-25, he exploded for 24.0 points per game, dishing 3.8 assists with just 3.3 rebounds, all on 43.8% shooting that screams volume scorer. Last season's Nets lean on his pull-up game during those 26 wins, but now with MPJ drawing eyes, Thomas gets cleaner looks, potentially hiking his effective field goal percentage from 49%, a metric adjusting for threes, being worth more to over 52%. For stat rookies, EFG percent is like shooting percentage on easy mode. It rewards bombers who splash from deep. That's the edge Brooklyn lacked, ranking 28th in three-point attempts last year. Roster-wise, pairing him with Terrence Mann at guard creates a backcourt that switches everything. A far cry from the Bridges era chaos. Honestly, Thomas's assist rate jumped 12% in his final 30 games last season, showing growth beyond the buckets. Speculation time. If he cuts turnovers under 3 per game, he hits all-star chatter with 26 points and 5 dimes, dragging the Nets to 35 wins. But if defenses trap him early, it forces growth pains still. At 23, the upside's limitless. Nick Claxton locks down the paint. Nick Claxton stands as Brooklyn's defensive heartbeat, a 6'11" wall who turns the rim into forbidden territory. Last year, he averaged 10.3 points and 7.4 rebounds on a ridiculous 56.3% shooting. But his real magic was 1.5 blocks per game, anchoring a defense that held foes to 47% inside. The Nets' defensive rating clocked in at 115. The points allowed per 100 possessions, middle of the pack, but with Claxton on, it dropped to 110. Elite territory where contenders live. Simple breakdown. Defensive rating measures how stingy you are. Lower is better, like a goalie's save percentage. That's huge for a team that won 60% of games. He started fully healthy. Dynamic shift with Day'Ron Sharpe as backup, letting Claxton roam as a help defender instead of babysitting screens. Compared to his 2023-24 dip from injuries, this offseason's load management has him primed. Here's the thing, his block rate hit for 0.2%, swatting nearly 1 in 25 opponent shots. Visualize a human eraser patrolling the lane. Predictions: if he plays 70 games, Claxton posts 12 points, 10 boards, and the blocks, vaulting the Nets to top 10 defense. The if injuries linger and the paint leaks, but vet moves screen durability. Young depth turns bench into a weapon. The Nets didn't just patch holes, they stocked the shelf with prospects like Zaire Williams, Glenn Wilson, and rookie Drake Powell, creating a rotation that outruns tired legs. Last season's bench averaged a measly 30 points per game, but re-signing Williams, who shot 38% from 3 in spot duty, and adding Pole's athleticism flips that script. Team rebounding lagged at 46.5% last year. Now, with Noah Clowney's 25% defensive rebound rates nagging one in for misses, it climbs to 50%, fueling fast breaks. Rebounds aren't glamorous, but they equal extra shots. At Brooklyn ranked dead last in second chance points. This youth infusion gels under Fernandez, who coached Denver's G League squad to grit wins. Honestly, Wilson's 12 points off the pine last year, that's starter juice now. Speculating, if the kids log 25 minutes combined without fouling out, the bench drops 40 points nightly, stealing 8 to 10 upset wins. KV at 10 experience bites and clutches, but summer league dominance has me hyped. Terrence Mann adds versatile glue. Terrence Mann joins the fray as the ultimate connector. A 6'5" Swiss Army knife signed to steady the ship. In LA last year, he chipped in 9 points, 3.5 rebounds, and locked down D across 65 games, holding opponents to 40% on his man. For Brooklyn, that's gold last season's perimeter D League 37% from 3. Mann's steal rate of 1.5% disrupts that flow. Steals forced turnovers, which the Nets converted into 12 points per 100 last year. But with his vision, it spikes. That's the sneaky stat. Turnover margin wins 70% of games historically. He slots next to Thomas without ego, a far better fit than pass guard logjams. Here's the thing, his plus-minus jump plus for in Clippers wins, meaning teams perform better with him out there. Predictions: Mann averages 1 for 3 with all defensive votes if he adapts his speed. If not, he's trade bait by deadline, but I see seamless. Jordi Fernandez unlocks system magic. Jordi Fernandez enters year 2 with a clearer canvas, his international flair turning last year's 26 wins into a foundation. Under him, the Nets' assist rate crept to 24 per game late season, up from 22, signaling unselfish ball. Fernandez preaches pace. Brooklyn's possessions per game hit 98, but tweaks could push 102, matching league average for more shots. Offensive rating? They sat at 109 last year, bottom 5. Now, with shooters, it breathes at 112. Ratings just points scored per 100 chances higher means you're cashing in possessions. The vibe? Vets like MPJ buy-in, kids hustle. Honestly, his Denver stint home Nuggets second unit to contenders. Speculation: as schemes click by All-Star, Nets snag 38 wins and play-in hosting. The if chemistry lags, and it's another lottery dance, but optimism runs deep. We kicked off doubting the Nets' danger level, but from MPJ's lasers to Claxton's clamps and a bench buzzing with promise, it's crystal. Brooklyn's brewing a storm in the East. The takeaway? Don't sleep on rebuilds. With this much pop, they bite back hard. If Thomas stars and the D holds, play INS the floor, playoffs the ceiling. Ring the alarm or not? Hit the comments with your hot takes, like if you're Nets believers, and sub for our East Sleeper series next, starting with the Young Guns deep dive. Stay dangerous, Brooklyn, let's eat.